Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. Again, I say welcome to my channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. And today, on this Sunday, I want to say Happy Father's Day to any fathers that are out there. You know, appreciate the dads. Keep on doing what you do. But for this content, there was a subscriber that I requested that I do some more military content and also some on the United States Coast Guard. So today I'm going to do some military content and cover the United States Coast Guard, in particular Special Forces. So let's go, guys. I mean, a lot of us don't know a lot about the Coast Guard. But today on this video, I'll be covering the United States Coast Guard and a division of their Special Forces. And the Special Forces, this particular group is, acronym is MRST. Now, what does that stand for? The Maritime Security Response Team. Now, what is it that, I'm going to just use MRST. What is it that the MRST does? Well, basically, their focus is to be a full-time counterterrorism assault team, or if you want to say a division of the U.S. Coast Guard. And they were formerly part of the Coast Guard's Deployable Operations Group. That's pretty much where the headquarters for Coast Guard Special Forces. Now, I know that many of us don't know a lot about the United States Coast Guard. We may know a little bit of them on the surface as being part of the Department of Transportation with the state, but they are the actual fifth branch of the United States military. And to tell you that the Coast Guard is no joke, I mentioned it before when I talked about their basic training and some of their training regimen. The Coast Guard definitely is not for the weak. People don't know a lot about it. They think that it's really easy, but it's not. Their training is tough, and they do have certain divisions of special operations units. And the Maritime Security Response Team, they sometimes do work right alongside the Navy SEALs. So that ought to tell you just how good these guys are, okay? But they do sometimes work along with the Navy SEALs, and because their duties, they are the first responders to terrorist situations, out at sea. If they got to get to a hostile vessel in any waters, whether it's domestic or overseas, they're the first to be called. So this was something that I was honestly unaware of with the Coast Guard's missions. So that is part of what they do. So if I have any action junkies out there, hey, maybe this bud's for you. Hey, this one might be for you if you think you can cut it, in the Coast Guard's Special Forces. Okay. Now, obviously, the MRST, Special Forces, they have their requirements, and to be Special Forces, it's definitely highly demanding mentally and physically. And now, whereas some people may be in shape physically, but the mental aspect with Special Forces is a whole nother beast. So you got to be able to cut it, and you got to be able to think and hold it together under tremendous pressure and duress. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about the MRST, okay, and we get into their requirements, okay. So if say there's a hijacked ship, and you've had pirates before, and what the Maritime security, what their regiment does is they basically are designed to neutralize any terrorist, attack, on the waters, worldwide. So, I guess you can say they are the Superman, and that operate, covertly that we don't hear about, but, we need these guys, So, hey, if you want to take down some bad guys, for your country, this might be the opportunity for you. All right. Now let's go into the Coast Guard MRST requirements. Okay. Now the following. Okay. And the one thing what I do like about with the Coast Guard is I don't, from what I understand, I don't believe that women have yet been authorized to serve special forces in the military. But from what I'm seeing here, with this branch of the Coast, with the division of the Coast Guard Special Forces, this particular standards are regardless of gender for male and female. So I guess women can join this particular division or branch, of these special forces. If you can make the grade. So their standards clearly state it has no. Does not matter what age, and it does not matter what gender. So the standards are the same, and these right here are the minimum standards. Now, for the regular military, you always want to strive to get to the maximum of the standards, so you give yourself plenty of room, And special forces is going to require even that much more. And also, with any special forces unit the selection process is steep and it's highly competitive. So you have to be the cream of the crop in that branch of service with stellar records, and you can't, be in any trouble. You got to keep your nose clean and make sure your bills and responsibilities are handled, because they're looking for the best. And when they're looking at the best, they're doing everything from top secret clearance checks. They're going to check your background. They want to see the overall person, what you are. Even though you're on duty 24/7 with the military, they want to see your character. What type of character do you have? Because pretty much all special forces units, normally the teams are actually a tight-knit and small group. So when you have a smaller and tight-knit group that relies on each other, they want to make sure they have the right type of individuals that are in these units. Okay, so let's check it out here. Okay, obviously, as I said before, it's highly and mentally and physically demanding, and it is going to require, like many of the other special forces, using some high risk tactics. So if you are an action junkie, this can be dangerous. All right, now, in addition to meeting the overall requirements to join the Coast Guard, obviously, number one, you have to be a U.S. citizen. I'll say it again, a United States citizen. And you need to meet certain educational requirements, basically high school diploma or GED equivalent, as the minimum. Okay. Then next is going to be the you have to meet fitness standards, and these are the minimum, male or female. So here we go, guys. All right. Number one, you have to be able to run 1.5 miles in 12 minutes. It sounds pretty easy so far, but let's keep going. Okay, you have to swim 500 yards in under 20 minutes. Next, complete 40 push-ups in under 1 minute. Then after that, you have to complete 40 sit-ups in under 1 minute. Then you must do 5 pull-ups. Okay, now they don't have a timer on it, but you cannot move on to the next discipline until you get these completed. Then after you finish your pull-ups, you have to complete 5 chin-ups. Okay, now for those of you that may not know the difference between chin-ups or pull-ups, it's a matter of which way your palms are facing. If you're doing pull-ups to get your chin above the bar, your palms are going to be facing you while you pull your own body weight, with your chin, above that bar. And then that's for pull-ups. Now, if you're doing chin-ups, that means your palms are facing away from you, and you're more or less using those back muscles. And so, basically, you're gonna try to pull, your shoulders square up, with that bar, then all the way down, back up. And so you have to. That's considered one full rep. That means palms facing away from you. So you're using different types of muscles, or in different ways. Whereas when you're doing pull-ups, you're using more like your biceps. I think it's is it the tracheal? I forgot the name of those, the trapezius muscle, something like that, And when you're doing the chin-ups, obviously that's more or less for the back. So you're using the muscles primarily that are in the back, chin and your body weight. And then lastly, after you've done all that, the next discipline will be to swim 100 yards in your full battle dress uniform with combat boots on. And for this one, there's no time requirement. Now, understand something. That's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different disciplines in one test. And so I'm not exactly sure how long the overall test lasts, but I'm gonna make an assumption that maybe the slowest candidate might finish this test in maybe say 2 to 3 hours at max, because your first couple of disciplines, you have time frames on them. So 2012, and then obviously 1 minute, so that's pretty fast, so I'm taking a guess, maybe you're probably going to be expected to do this in maybe about maybe an hour to an hour and a half. It's kind of like doing a triathlon, except more difficult. And this test right here, you do have to have a combination of strength and endurance. So, and definitely you need to make sure that your functional strength is built up, because this right here is designed to push your body in endurance and also muscle fatigue, and after you finish doing these disciplines individually, they may sound like it may be easy, but try doing these back to back, where after you finish like one discipline, after you finish a 1.5 mile run, you may only get maybe a minute or two of a break, and after that you got to hit that water and start swimming for 500 yards in under 20 minutes. Then after you finish that, you might get a 1-2 minute break, and after that, let's go. It's time. You got to get 40 push-ups done. Then you might get a 1 minute break, maybe 30 seconds, and then you got to get down there and hit your sit-ups. So they're making you push your body, and these are just the minimum standards. So you have to be in shape, and by the time they finish wearing you out with the pull-ups and then the chin-ups backed up, and then you got to put on a full battle dress, or they call them ODUs, or beat camouflage. Once you got to put those on with your combat boots and then swim another 100 yards, you're going to be wore out. So you definitely have to be in shape, and definitely prepare to have a training regimen with you want to have really good to excellent functional strength and endurance. And you got to be mentally tough, because they're going to push you to the point to where you're going to be like, man, I don't know if this is worth it. My body's on fire right now. How bad do you want it? Okay. Now, let's see. Yes. And so for these standards, okay, they're not variable based on age or gender, meaning no matter how old you are or whether you're male or female, these requirements are the same. So equal opportunity. So, I like that, saying, hey, it's fair, for all. And the bottom line is either you can cut it, or you can't. Okay. And as I stated, you're also going to require a security clearance, to hold any position with the Coast Guard, but definitely you got to have security clearance to hold any position with the Coast Guard MRST. Okay. And really, it's probably going to be more or less top secret, depending on what you're going to be dealing with. And believe you me, they will extensively investigate your background, to make sure that that you're the cream of the crop. So they don't want any no felons. Want to make sure that that you have integrity, and they and are the best. And also, as a Coast Guardsman, you have to be top performance ratings. So your commander, is going to be involved in that. All right. And I'm just about done on this one. So pretty much, let's see, for the selection process. Okay. So let's see, what else is required? Okay, yeah. So I figured, you're definitely going to be selected by your records. Your record, with the military and outside of it will always follow you. So while you are in, make sure you maintain the highest standards. But for now, I'm going to cut this off. And what I can do, I can leave a description. I guess maybe leave a link in the description, so if you guys want to kind of, and you ladies want to check it out, for yourself. But yeah, Coast Guard, MRST, how about that? And that's a tough group, an elite group, of special forces. So if that's your thing, and you feel you want to be part of the Maritime Security Response Team, hey, go for it. Go for it. But that is all I have. And, thank you to all my subscribers. It's a little bit on the Coast Guard, and I have more military content coming out and other content. And there was a part 2 that another subscriber asked for me to complete. I think I was doing something with the Coast Guard again, and I told him I would go back and check that video out. But I will go back, check it out, and if I said there's supposed to be a part 2, I will complete that as a part 2. And I have other philosophical content and just other content as well. I don't just do just military, but this is definitely one of the main things that I do here, to tell people how to succeed in the military and some things what's going on, or about career fields, things like that. But this is for you guys that may already be in, and for those of you that are considering going into the Coast Guard and you're considering Special Forces. All right, that's all I have. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watch the video, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. That's EricBroadus YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com, and smash that bell to become a subscriber. Smash the like button, to like the video, leave comments, love the dialogue with you. And if you don't like it, hey, hit the unlike button. Viewer interaction is appreciated, and leave your comments. Everybody has an opinion, and you may know something different that I don't, and please subscribe to my podcast called Snacks Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS. You can find me on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, Listen, SoundCloud, let's see, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Radio PPM. But check me out, and please push them out, share them, share both my podcasts and Eric Broadus YouTube. And that's all I have. And again, happy Father's Day. Appreciate all that you do. Fathers are special. All right, guys, peace out. Later.